Hola. In this lesson, you're going to learn how to order in Spanish at a restaurant. You're going to learn how to ask for your drinks, how to order your drinks to your main dish, to an appetizer if you want to, all the way to dealing with any problems that may occur and then asking for the bill and finalizing your order. So let's get started. There are lots of different ways to order in Spanish, so I'm going to show you the ways you can start your sentences with expressing what you would like to have, and you can choose which one you like best. So let's say you're going to order an appetizer. Like I said, there are several different ways you can express that you would like an appetizer. First of all, to say as an appetizer, there's two different ways you can say this. Como aperitivo or botana. Different restaurants express it different ways, as different countries express the word appetizer different ways. Now, to say that you would like an appetizer, quisiera or me gustaría can be used. Now, both of these words mean I would like. However, some people in certain countries will tell you that quisiera is more commonly used in a restaurant as it sounds more polite. However, if you use me gustaría, it is okay. I personally like to err on the side of caution and use the word that most people say is more polite so that I don't come across rude or offend somebody. But again, you can choose quisiera or me gustaría, whichever one you like best. Quisiera pedir, I would like to order, or again, you can say me gustaría pedir. Yo quiero, yo deseo. You can say I want, and it's perfectly fine, although some people, and I think would even say this in English, that when you say I want this in English, it does come across not as polite as saying I would like. But again, if you would like to say yo quiero, yo deseo, that's fine. And then para mí, especially if you're going to have a lot of people at the table, it's always wise to express it. For me, this is what I would like. So para mí quisiera, for me I would like, or para mí quiero, for me I want. So let me give you some examples of different ways you could form the sentence for ordering an appetizer. As an appetizer, I would like the nachos, please. Como aperitivo, quisiera los nachos, por favor. Now, of course, if you don't want nachos and you want something else on the menu, then you would fill in this blank here with whatever the name of the appetizer is on the menu. Or let's say you would prefer to say, for me, I would like to order the nacho appetizer, please. This would be said, para mí, quisiera pedir un botana de nachos, por favor. Now notice I did change the word here just to show you a different way of expressing appetizer. But if you prefer the word aperitivo, even though maybe the menu doesn't say that word on it, they would probably still understand that aperitivo is the same word as una botana. I want the nacho appetizer, please. This would be said, yo deseo, or again, there's another word up here, yo quiero la botana de nachos, por favor. Okay, let's move on to ordering your drinks. These are different ways you can express what you would like to order to drink. Para beber or para tomar. A lot of restaurants use tomar, but of course they would understand beber perfectly fine. So to drink, I would like, quisiera or me gustaría again. You can say quisiera pedir, me gustaría pedir, para mí yo quiero, or deseo. So let's form a sentence here. Let's say you want a glass of water. To drink, I would like a glass of water, please. You could say, para beber, quisiera un vaso de agua, por favor. Or you could say, para tomar, quiero un té helado, por favor. Notice I did change this, so let's say you did not want water, you want tea. Or for those of you who would prefer a refresco, a soda, you can say, quiero un refresco, por favor. But of course, they're going to ask you, well, what kind of soda do you want? And at that point, you would say, quiero un jarrito, which is a Spanish soda, but you're going to have to tell them what flavor of the jarrito you want. Jarrito de fresas, strawberry one, whichever kind. So they'll probably tell you the choices of different flavors that they have, and you will choose. Or if you want Coke, un refresco de Coke, por favor. Or just Coke, a lot of times. Sprite, you just say the name of the soda. Okay, so you're going to fill in this blank with whatever type of drink you would like to have. Now let's move on to your main dish. Here are your different ways you can start your sentence with that. First of all, main dish in Spanish is plato principal. A lot of restaurants won't use that, however. They, of course, they'll understand it, but they don't use it unless it's a higher class restaurant. But if you want to say it, it's perfectly fine. So you could say de plato principal quisiera. For the main dish, I would like. Para comer quisiera. Now this is probably more commonly used. In English, this is how we even say it. To eat, I would like. So para comer quisiera. Quisiera, me gustaría. Of course, you could use those. Quisiera pedir, me gustaría pedir. I would like to order. Or para mí yo quiero, para mí deseo. So let's say you would like the chicken with rice. To eat, I would like to order chicken with rice. So you would say, para comer, quisiera pedir arroz con pollo. Again, if you don't want arroz con pollo, you fill in the blank with whatever the name of the dish is on the menu. And again, if you don't want to say quisiera, you could fill in and choose to say any other of these sentence stems. Okay. Now let's focus on if you need something, how you can ask the waiter or waitress for them to bring you something. You could say, will you bring me, which is me trae. You could say, I am missing or I need, which is me falta or me faltan. Now this verb is like gustar, where if it is something that is singular that you are missing, you're going to say me falta. If it is something that is plural that you are missing, you're going to say me faltan. Now, of course, to say I need, you could also say necesito, which is fine too. So as an example, let's say that I would like to say I need a napkin, please. I would say me falta una servilleta, por favor. Or if I need something else, that a couple things like a fork and a knife, I would say I need a fork and a knife, please, which in Spanish is me faltan un tenedor y un cuchillo, por favor. So you're going to fill in these blanks with whatever you need. Remember, if it's singular, you say me falta. If it's plural, you say me faltan. Now, if you would like to compliment the food, these are different ways you can express that you have enjoyed your meal. So if they ask you, ¿Cómo es la comida? How is the food? How is everything? You could say, La comida es muy rica, gracias. The food is very tasty, thank you. Or you could say, Qué deliciosa, qué rica, qué sabrosa, es deliciosa, es muy rica, or sabrosa. Notice I did use all of the feminine forms there because we're talking about comida, which is feminine. Now ordering your dessert. Of course, if they come to your table and you don't want dessert, then you can just say no gracias. Or para mí no quiero postre. Para mí no deseo postre. Okay, but if you do want dessert, then you could say these. De postre is for dessert. And again, we have all of the same stems. Quisiera, me gustaría. You've seen those several times. So let's say I want fried ice cream for dessert. I would then, in Spanish, say de postre, quisiera pedir el helado frito. For dessert, I would like to order fried ice cream. Okay, and now let's go to how to ask for the bill. A lot of times they'll just bring you the bill, but if they did not, then this is how you address that. Several different ways. You can say, will you bring me the bill, please? Me trae la cuenta, por favor. May I have the bill, please? Puedo tener la cuenta, por favor. Can you bring the bill, please? Puedes traer la cuenta, por favor. Or you could say, I need the bill, please. Or I'm missing the bill, please. Me falta la cuenta, por favor. Or just say, the bill, please. La cuenta, por favor. Okay? Now let's address how to tell them that there might be a problem with your order if they brought you the wrong order. they brought you the wrong drink, you are still waiting for your food, things like that. Things like that are bound to happen, especially if you go to a restaurant with lots of people. Um, just mistakes always will happen. So, let's say there's a problem with your order and you would like to tell the waiter or waitress this. You could say, Perdón, señor, señora, señorita, or you could say, Mesero, mesera, camarero, camarera, excuse me, waiter, waitress. Tengo un problema con mi orden. And then after that, after you say I have a problem with my order, you would explain at that point what is wrong with your order. So let's say you haven't received your order yet. No tengo mi orden. Or you could say no tengo mi orden todavía. I still don't have my order. Or if you asked for the bill and they maybe got busy and did not bring it, no tengo mi cuenta por favor. Or no tengo mi cuenta todavía. Or if you are still missing something, you could say me falta mi plato principal. I'm missing my main dish, or I need my main dish. Me falta mi bebida. I'm missing my drink. Me falta mi comida, mi postre, mi cuenta. I'm missing my meal, my dessert, my bill, whatever. You fill in the blank with whatever is missing. Or maybe they brought you the wrong order. You could say no es mi orden. No es mi comida. No es mi bebida. No es mi postre. This is not my order, my meal, my drink, my dessert, whichever one it is. Okay? Y ya es todo. And now you know how to order informed sentences for ordering food at a restaurant. And now we are ready to go to a restaurant and practice our Spanish there. So, if you have any additional questions, please bring them to class. Feel free to email me. I would be more than happy to answer any questions that you have. Nos vemos. Adiós.